Hey everyone, and welcome to Paul's Hardware. Today I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing and overview of this Zalman CNPS5X Performa CPU cooler. Let's take a closer look at the Zalman CNPS5X Performa. As you can see, power cooling performance, direct touch heat pipe, ultra quiet PWM fan. Now this is more of a budget aftermarket CPU heatsink fan, and I will say that I like it. I like this one. I've used it a few times already, and I like its simplicity. I would not recommend using this if you're going to be doing serious overclocking, but if you want something simple, something effective, and something, as previously mentioned, quiet, this is definitely a good option. So I kind of have been turning the box over and over here, but I did want to stop at least here really quick on specs. I hope you guys can read those. I don't have a macro lens yet, but I will eventually. So first off, dimensions. Mainly the height is what you would be worried about there. 134 millimeters. This should fit in the majority of computer cases, unless you're going with something really slim or small form factor. 320 gram weight. Pure copper and pure aluminum construction. The fan is 92 millimeter basically, so 92 millimeter fan. Fluid shield bearing. Spins between 1,350 and 2,700 RPMs, plus or minus 10%. Noise level of between 20 and 32 dB, and it's got a 4-pin PWM connector, which is the type of connector you'll have for the vast majority of CPU connections. Also PWM capable, as already mentioned. Alright, a little bit more info on the back here. The English, again, hope you guys can read that. Powerful cooling performance, heatsink designed for optimal airflow, high performance super thermal grease included. It's got direct touch heat pipe technology, so the heat pipes make direct contact. Shark's fin blades on the 92 millimeter fan. Compatible with various Intel and AMD sockets. They're not telling you specifically here, but I can tell you this is compatible with the majority of sockets that are out right now. So that includes back to LGA 775 for Intel, also includes LGA 1156 and 1155. Does not include LGA 2011, and I don't think you'd be buying this heatsink fan to put on a LGA 2011 processor anyway, but bear that in mind. And then for AMD, pretty much everything, AM2, AM2+, AM3, AM3+, as well as the FM1 and FM2 sockets. That's another thing I like about this particular heatsink fan, and I'm just showing you some of the pictures on the side, but I like that it actually uses the default bracket on AMD processors. You don't have to remove the back plates, and that might be simply because I tend to swap a lot more heatsink fans out than maybe any person in their right mind. But I like that you can just drop this onto an AMD system without having to remove that back plate. Alright, so they're getting more specific about the info I already told you as far as the compatibility with different sockets. Here's the user's manual. I'll just give you a quick scan through here. They've done a pretty good job with it, making sure that they've got labels. They've got some nice purple arrows there telling you which way to direct the airflow. Very handy. And then installation instructions. I'm not going to go through all of those, but give you guys a better idea of their quality. I'm looking for something to cut with my knife here for this unboxing. That's what I got it for, was unboxings, but oh well. Alright, so here's a retention ring. So this is used for both the AMD as well as the Intel installations. This one actually kind of favors, well, the latches on the cooler itself are set up for AMD mostly. And then if you have Intel, you actually use this on the 4 mounting points that most Intel sockets have, and then snap it on at either side, kind of more similar to an AMD installation. You get a baggie of these little dip switcher guys, and those are the plungers you drop into these little holes to secure it for Intel installations. You get a little kind of one-time use thing of super thermal grease there from Zalman. So there's your mounting hardware, or at least most of it. Again, that's the ring is only needed for Intel sockets. All right, and then here is the cooler. Here is some delicious silica gel. Forbidden. You must not eat it. Alright, so here's a closer look at the cooler. So 92 millimeter fan there in front. Nice aluminum fin array. It's got a black plastic shroud kind of around that CPU cooler. It's got the Zalman logo on it, so most of the time you're going to have it positioned like that in your case, and that's going to be the back of your case will be that direction, and you'll be able to see the Zalman logo, although it will go side to side, or up and down instead of up and down, but really who minds that much about that. But alright, so there's your copper heat pipes. As you can see, you got a total of 3 of them, and you can see the termination of all those there at the end. Aluminum fin array again, and then up here we can see the direct heat pipe contact right there. So that has proven to be a very effective way for heatsink fans to help wick the heat away from the CPU heat spreader. And then on the sides here you simply have these 2 little latches. So as you can see, it's kind of situated for an AMD configuration right now with the latches on either side. But it's pretty easy. You just got a Phillips head down there, loosen that, you position. I believe the outer position actually is for AMD, and then the inner position is to use along with the ring to latch on the side. But very easy to install this particular heatsink fan. Most times I've done it. I'm trying to pull out the PWM cable as well, but it's actually tucked back in there pretty good. Okay, here we go. PWM cable, there we have it. 4-pin. Brightly colored cable, not my favorite on the brightly colored cable, but what can you do? And that pretty much does it. So this has been my quick unboxing of the Zalman CNPS5X Performa aftermarket heatsink fan for Intel and AMD CPUs. Thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. If you want to see more, you can find them on my Paul's Hardware YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.